Unconventional means not conforming to what is generally done or believed.
Unconventional is us.
We love differently.
We make comics.
We travel.
We go to comic conventions. I'm Gracie.
I'm Jess.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Kevin. And this is our unconventional life. Okay, it's Saturday. We are headed to Bon Secour, Alabama, which is in Gulf Shores, basically, down toward Fort Morgan, between Mobile Bay and the Gulf of Mexico. And we're going to do some hiking. It's like a 2 mile in, 2 mile out hike to one of the coolest secluded beaches you'll ever find anywhere.
Absolutely. It's got forest, it's got beach, it's got little lake. It's absolutely perfect.
And there's rarely, especially early in the day, it's about 7:30 a.m. where we are right now. There are rarely any people out there.
Right.
And so if you want a really cool beach experience without the crowds, especially now in the age of Corona, head to Bon Secour, the Pine Beach Trail. We're going to show you some video, take you with us right down the trail. We're going to have a good time this morning.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go. All right, so we are on the trail here in Bon Secour, and this trailhead is called
Pine Beach.
Pine Beach. And we've been coming out here for years. Kevin more than I have.
I think I've been coming out for about 12 years, probably 2 or 3 times a year. Just as a secluded walk through multiple types of terrain. About 2 miles in, 2 miles out. So good exercise, but also just gorgeous.
So one of the coolest parts about this park is that there's so many different environments and so many different things that you can see. And that includes the fact that you can go from just a forest to wetlands, to beach, to all kinds of different things. And, you know, Alabama, we are on one of the biggest deltas in the nation.
In the world.
In the world.
The Tensas River Delta enters into Mobile Bay, and it's one of the largest delta ecosystems on the planet.
So, pretty cool to be able to live in an area like this and get these kinds of experiences. So, let's keep going. All right, so now that we've walked in the forest for about 3/4 of a mile, you get to this bridge and voila. Very nice. So again, we're on the wetlands and we're getting closer and closer to the beach. So then we get this wonderful, beautiful view. Some kind of type of research here. Looks like they've got some ropes and some cages down there.
Well, this is one of the strangest days ever out here. It's actually cool. It's about 9 a.m. Normally it would be probably scorching 95 degrees already, but there's a really cool breeze coming in off the Gulf. It's very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Which is really unusual, so it's nice. We picked a good day. It's supposed to rain a lot today. So far we've avoided that except for a few minutes on our drive over. But one of the things we like about coming here is the exertion. It's not a really challenging walk, but in the heat it becomes a little more challenging.
And you're soaked, so everything is sticking to you.
By the time you get back to the car, you're you're a mess. Need a shower, and we're about an hour away from home.
So that's a very yummy trip, I should say.
But it's worth it. It's totally worth it. It looks like today we'll mostly have to deal with salt water in the air and
Sand in your boots.
yes, and everywhere else. As you can see behind us, we are at beach sand. About a mile and a quarter into the trail, it transitions from a gravel path, driveway type of situation to beach sand, dunes, preserved dunes. This is what the beach looked like before people destroyed it for condos.
And
So,
it makes it more difficult to get up on.
yes, it's much harder to walk. It's easier if you take your shoes or sandals off, but most days when we're out here, it's so scorching hot you can't do that. Today, a little bit different. Sand is nice and cool. So we're gonna have an easy walk in through the dunes, and we'll take you along with us.
All right, we made it. It's pretty windy.
It's crazy windy. If you can see the surf behind us, that is very unusual for this part of the Gulf. Usually it's very placid. You can tell that the tropical systems out in the Gulf and the Caribbean are stirring things up with this wind. Thankfully, that makes it cool for us, hopefully not damaging for anybody else that's dealing with this in Mexico, the Caribbean, South Texas in the next couple of days. But it makes for an interesting experience out here for sure. Very cool visual, very loud.
Over here are some sea turtle nests. So obvious by the do not disturb violators. Go to prison, all that fun stuff. So pretty cool. And as you can see, they're kind of all the way up the dunes as well. Ah! Look at those waves. Woo. Okay, so now that we're done with the beach and the dunes and sweating, we are on our way back. I'm gonna go, through the road through Gator Lake.
Past Gator Lake, back through the woods, and off to grandmother's house we go. And now we hydrate because it did get much hotter. And we're off to lunch at Jessica's favorite lunch spot, good old Whataburger.
Yay! It probably is one of my, I wouldn't say necessarily the main reason I like coming here, but it's up there.
But you do have to pass it going home, so it's
It's a good excuse.
it's an easy target. So we had a great time, pretty hot and sweaty, but we're going to try to cool off here, grab some lunch, and maybe do a little shopping at the outlets in Foley before we head back home and get our wild child. So thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the walk with us, and talk to you soon.
Oh my God. Wow.
share.
Okay.
And then I get to see
The seafood? I'm sorry, I might have the honor of sharing.
Oh yeah.
I can't break the egg.
Oh no.
I can't because I have to move this part.
I like the Clark Kent look.
Hey, I'm cooking supper. Tonight we're gonna have pork chops with sweet and sour peppers. Sits on really nicely.
Hey guys, today we're going shopping to get us this food we need. I have a good barbecue sandwich. Good.
Hey y'all, Amanda Rachel's here. I am a comic artist with Inverse Press. I draw books like Vicious Circus, Flesh of White, and Mandatory. And today I'm going to do a little art on camera with you guys. I'm going to take this A4's cover and turn it into something different. So let's have a little fun. And there you have it. And I've got this. Awesome. Thanks for watching. What characters do you want to see? Put them in the comments and subscribe so that you get notified when I do this again. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, moment of truth. This is our biggest publication ever. I mean that literally and figuratively. It's almost 300 pages. It's also the one we've put the most time and work into over the last nearly 4 years. This is the comic book Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling. We've been waiting on these for about 6 weeks. They're due out to over 200 backers and some retail stores that pre-ordered them. So I need these to look perfect. And we are really hoping that this makes a big splash for us. So let's see what we've got. Here we go. Look at that.
Well, hot damn, the front looks good.
Move this out of the way so we can take a look at the actual book. First glance, looks gorgeous. Glossy cover, has some weight to it. Look at the spine. We've never had a spine that prominent before. Looks great. Back cover. Let me give some credit where credit's due. That's Oscar Pinto, one of our go-to cover artists. He produced that back cover for us, and longtime collaborator and friend Gavin Michelli produced this on the front. This looks amazing. First glance, the exterior of the book looks absolutely perfect. This is going to look great on our table. It's going to look great on our website. People are going to be happy with this. So let's look through the interior and see. So far, so good. This is our title page. Yeah, they did a good job.
Wow.
Yep, you can read everything clearly. right into the gutters.
Oh my gosh.
See the Encyclopedia entry that's part of this comic. There are 20 of those in the book. And you go right from an Encyclopedia entry about Bruno Sammartino to his comic. Bio comic tells the story of his life and career. This is issue 1. Issue 2 comes out next year. Super happy. Love how the Encyclopedia entries turned out. This is the new aspect that we put into this book that's a little different. It was a recommendation of the writer of this entire book, John Crowther, to call it the Encyclopedia, and then I took it from there and actually created Encyclopedia entries for wrestlers and wrestling promotions, and I love how they turned out. I'm so relieved, primarily because we've never invested this much money in a project before. We've never ordered this many copies of a book before, and it's because we have so much confidence in what this book is and what it means to us, to the wrestlers, 2 of whom are deceased now, and what it means to their families, to us as their friends, to carry on their legacy. It means a ton. Bobby Fulton, hope Bobby's feeling better. He's been in the hospital this week.
Oh, I hope he's doing all
There's
right.
his Encyclopedia entry, followed by his comic. It's Javier Lugo art, colored by our late friend Blake Wilkie. A big spread of Jake Hager, currently on All Elite Wrestling, part of the Inner Circle with Chris Jericho. That's Alan McMillan and Andrew Pate art, just
They've
gorgeous.
did a heck of a job on
Gorgeous. There's our Wrestling Superfans page.
that. Oh, Kareem. I just love
terrific.
him.
Honestly, couldn't be happier.
Oh
Super
my
pleased.
gosh.
Thank you, Ingram Content, Lightning Source International. So much relief right now. It took too long to get here because of COVID. Nobody's fault. They're dealing with reduced work, staff, but what they delivered is more than I could have asked for. It looks as good as I wanted it to look, as good as we needed it to look, and it's worthy of the people that backed our Kickstarter campaign for $6,000 to make this book a reality. So you are going to be very happy.
That is a wish come true right there.
Absolutely. So we got a lot of packing to do. Got to get these in the mail to people. So
Get to work.
we're getting to work.